What's up, fellas? The motherfucking deal. Put some shit up. Peace. There you go, Marcus Bowman. Peace. It's gonna be an alright night tonight, brother. It's gonna be a good night tonight. Wait for some more people to come in. We're gonna read from their handbook, from their shit. And then we're gonna talk about the best interest of the child, what that shit really is. You know what I mean? See what's going on. You got all these people out here hoe testing. For what I don't know. You know what I mean? For what I don't know. It's gonna be a nice little podcast tonight. You know, you gotta brush up your brain. Y'all always gotta stay in tune on what's going on. You gotta stay on your P's and Q's. Am I right, fellas? You gotta stay sharp, man. You gotta always brush up on your skills. I don't care who you is. I don't care if you training for karate or whatever. You gotta brush up on them skills, man. Am I right? Yeah. We going in. I can look. Yo, what's up, P1? What's good? Yo, if I wanted to, if Sham Stoppers, if we wanted to, we can get every little child support guru nigga off social media from Instagram. If I really wanted to take over this shit, but we already took over, if I really want to just sweep them off the rug, I can do that. Because I'm going to show you they don't read like we read over here at Sham Stoppers. Okay? They don't read like me. They do not read like me. I have a book. I have to read something every day. If I don't, I'll go crazy. Right? Like Panty Eater. Panty Eater got to read. You got to learn Panty Eater build the motors. You got to read how to build motors and shit. Mm-hmm. Even the master mechanics still have to read. Learning is every day, fellas. And this what a lot of these guys don't understand. You're supposed to hone your skills every day. Read it with your skills. Hold on a second, fellas. Never mind. Yes, sir. Torque specs. You gotta read, man. You gotta read. See how this thing should be full tonight? We're gonna start in a few more minutes. This thing should be full tonight. But hey, you know how it is. It'll get around. It'll get around in a few minutes. Well, yeah, let's start, man. This is Sham Stoppers. Hold on a second, fellas. Hold on a second. Just a second. Yeah, I'm back, fellas. This is Sham Stoppers. We run this child support shit. We ain't giving it back. Sham Stoppers, ho! Yeah, man. Let me start, man. Let me read. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all something about income withholding. I'm glad y'all brothers here, man. Cause if you ever get in a conversation with somebody, they can't tell y'all shit, right? Hold on. Look at that. Look, I like how they get Title 4A state plan. So they had a plan for niggas a long time ago, right? They had a plan for niggas, right? Let me keep going. Hold on. I think it's on the 130 page 133. All right, we finna go to page 133, fella. Look at that. Ain't that awesome? Ain't technology awesome, fellas? But it don't even match. I gotta go down a little bit further. Hold on, let me see something. This is a good read, fellas. I think I passed it. Wait a minute. There we go. There we go. We're gonna do some nice little reading. All right, let's get to it, fellas. Uh I'm probably gonna start. I'm probably gonna start from the bottom right here. Because y'all already know, y'all already read this. The provision was intended to permit someone other than the Title 4D agency to initiate wage withholding, a private attorney or custodial parent pro se, and to make effecting with withholding easier for new Title 4D cases in which an order already exists. A few states have gained special exemption from immediately affecting the wage withholding procedures. The most the most existing statutes that contain such requirement call for a conditional withholding provision to be included in the support order itself. Such provision fulfills a dual function. First, it encourages the obligor to comply with the support order voluntarily. What is the title of this what's the title? What is the title of this podcast? Hmm? First, it encourages the obligor to comply with the support order voluntarily. Huh? Y'all see that? Huh? I know y'all see that, right? Because what? Child support is what, fellas? What we heard from Cook Adams the other day. He even said out his mouth, with his stupid self. How you gonna make fun and talk about a nigga that paid off a bitch for child support and you paid for child support too? Make that shit make sense, fellas. You see how retarded niggas are? We over here, we advocate, we tell you not to pay the bullshit because it's what? Voluntary. You don't have to pay children. You can support your child. You can take care of your child without the help of anyone. You didn't waive your parental rights. You didn't waive your rights to be a father. That bitch did. The bitch got you out the way so she can put these people in your life so she can put you on payroll as a trick. She wants you to be a tricker, Mr. Trickery. Child support is a pedophilic plan to get the fathers out of the home. We're going to read it one more time till some more people come up in here. First, it encourages the obligor to comply with the support order voluntarily. Fellas, you're going to have to comply because you can deny. You don't have to comply. You can deny. And if they tell you otherwise, they're a motherfucking lie. Do you like what I just said? Huh? You don't have to comply. You can deny. And if they tell you otherwise, it's a motherfucking lie. Bars, nigga. These are bars. Now let's keep reading. Second, it informs the obligor. See, whenever somebody call you obligor because it's an obligation, obligor what? Signs his name on paperwork if he want to pay for some shit, correct? Regarding consequences of non-compliance in advance, thus lessening the degree of notice to which he or she may be constitutionally guaranteed at the time when the withholding is initiated. In addition to requiring that a provision be included in every new or modified order, the federal statute requires that income withholding be effected in every case worked by Title 4D agency in which an appropriate delinquency occurs. Right? So when you sign up for that shit, you just sign up for a loan again. And if you default on your loan, what they call delinquency, right? The statute allows some state flexibility to determine what the triggering event will be, but the state law must provide for withholding no later than the date on which the payments with the absent parent. Now let's talk right there. Absent parent. The payments with the absent parent. Fellas, have y'all been found by a court to be an absent parent? That's why they putting out these IWOs, because the bitch signed the application said you ain't been there, you ain't been in the child's life. See how the whole line? The hoe is the problem. Right? Then I tell you it's the bitch for so long. This motherfucking podcast should be full. Because I know a lot of niggas ain't read this shit. I know a lot of niggas ain't read this shit. Absent parent has failed to make under such order at least an equal to support payable for 1 month. The absent parent may request that the withholding begin at an earlier date. The Act requires that the withholding occur without the need for any amendment to the support order involved for a future action other than those actions required under this part of the court or other entity which issues such order. Look what this say. Or other entity which issued such order, right? Actions required under this part refers only to provide notice, resolving. Hold on a second, fellas. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I'm coming right back. I got to step out for a brief moment. And we're going to continue reading this shit and we're going to get on the best interest of the child. Y'all going to love it. I'm back, fellas. Oh yeah, I'm back. But check this out. We're gonna keep reading. Thank you for waiting. Um. hmm Look, the absent parent may request that the withholding begin at an earlier date. Ain't that some shit? We're gonna go down. I'm gonna get to the nitty gritty. Hold on. See, and I told y'all, right, about this shit. I'm gonna read this to you. If the results of the hearing are allowed to withholding to occur, the administrative agency must notify the obligor of the decision to serve a withholding notice or order the employer within 45 days. You know they fucking lying because once you get a job, you go get a new job, right? Them motherfuckers will start taking out like that in 2 weeks. You see this shit? Bullshit, right? The act limits the amount of information that may appear in the employer notice to such information as may be necessary for the employer to comply with the withholding order. The employer must be required to withhold so much of the parent's wages. Hold on. Hey, I'm gonna play y'all a video too of this crazy white bitch judge. Hold on. It is necessary to comply with the order and provide for the payment of any fee to the employer which may be required under paragraph 6A up to the maximum amount permitted under section 303B of the Consumer Credit Protection Act 15 USC 1673B if there are arrears to be collected, amount withheld to satisfy such arrears. Now ask yourself, what the Consumer Protection Act doing in this shit? Because they are private debt collection agency that was put in by the Health and Human Services because they got tired of feeding these nasty, stanky bitches, begging and shit. Right? Huh? Huh? Fellas, this is a good little book. This is a good little book. The Federal Consumer Protection Act determines the maximum part of an individual aggregate disposable earnings that are subject to garnishment to enforce an order for support of any person. Y'all see this shit? What y'all think about it when y'all see this shit? Credit report, right? Look at this down here. Debtors disposable earnings. You only become a debtor when you voluntarily agree and sign paperwork with these fuckheads. Right? Right? Now let me put up some. What have we learned today, fellas? This shit is all voluntary, right? Long time ago we said that. Long time ago. Long time ago. Stop signing paperwork, man. Read that shit to the fullest. Read the you got a duty to read contract law. Read that shit all the way till the little print that you can't see. Okay, fellas, if you don't like it, don't sign it. They can't throw you in jail for signing, but if they throw you in jail for not signing it, you got a lawsuit, you got money coming your way. Or they got an ass whooping coming their way. Right? You can catch a fade with them when they get off of work. Fellas, you really can catch a fade with these people. I am not lying. They don't want to catch a fade with you. Right? Because they don't fuck with you through business hours. Right? They don't fuck with you after hours. All right, let me stop sharing this. Let me go on to the next one. Let me pull this up for y'all. Let me know, can y'all see that? Let me blow it up. Let me know y'all can see that. Now let's go. Beginning to the mid to late 19th century, the tender years presumption applied to custody determination. The presumption also called, let me see, hold on. Yep, the tender years, yes sir. Called custody determination. Presumption also called the maternal preference, provided that the natural mother of the young child was entitled to custody of the child unless she was found unfit. How many unfit baby mamas y'all have? Hmm? Courts treated the doctrine as a tiebreaker mandating maternity custody if all other factors are equal, or a rule placing the burden of persuasion on the father to show that the paternity custody serves the best interests of the child. Or number three, a rule affecting the burden of proof that requires the father in order to prevail to prove maternal unfitness. And then check this out. Y'all can go search these right here, pull these law reviews up. They give you good game in the law review, right? Declared that the presumption violated the Equal Protection Clause of State Equal Rights Amendment. The tender years presumption was introduced. Why ain't none of these people talking about the tender years? Why haven't y'all heard any of these people that do child support talk about the tender years? You know, we were the only people to talk about the tender years doctrine, huh? We were the only people. Sham Stoppers was. Suggests that an influential 19th century American case that carved out an exception to the paternal preference for infants. Really for infants, though. Social conditions facilitated widespread acceptance of the doctrine. That's why I tell y'all, if you got a little baby that's still on milk or something like that, it ain't worth fighting her for those little babies, right? So it's just like Anthony Edwards, he paid off $1 million, right? He paid child support. Coach Cook Adams paid child support. But he hating on this man because he got $1 million and Cook Adams asking for $2,000 so he can go fuck dirty third world country prostitutes. Right? He over there being Mr. Trickery. He a trick. Cook Adams is a trick, nigga. He ain't a pimp. He's a trick because pimp don't give bitches money. Pimps don't give bitches money. And pussy is free. Why the fuck he gonna tell niggas to a boss life and go there and go buy some pussy? You can buy pussy here. Crazy, dude. Niggas is crazy. I tell you, niggas is crazy and delusional. You got a little short leprechaun nigga with the Napoleon complex. Anyway, let me keep going. Industrialization, urbanization, and growing middle class contribute to the increasing privatization of the family, accompanied by a glorification of motherhood and an intense concern with child rearing. Look at this. The cult of true womanhood. Y'all need to go look that shit up. Go get that book. Look that shit up, man. I got some women's books, man. Presumptions generally consider the advantages and disadvantages of presumptions, generally in custody decision making. Like all presumptions, the tender years doctrine offers relative certainty and thereby avoids the stress of litigation, right? However, the presumption clearly puts fathers at a disadvantage because they must prove that the mother's unfitness before they can gain custody. But might a gender neutral presumption disadvantage the mother, the father? Best interest standard. Here we go, fellas. What's the title of this podcast? The best interest standard. The tender years presumption has been replaced by the purportedly general neutral best interest of the child standard. This is a family law book I'm reading out y'all for y'all. We're gonna read it one more again, fellas. The tender year, and they don't tell y'all this. That's why in the Blessings versus Freestone case, they had all these niggas going the Blessings versus Freestone said nothing but the child. Well, they replaced it. That's why I tell y'all get these books, right? So you won't be out here sounding like a fucking idiot, right? That's why the state said it ain't the best interest of the child. It was really the tender years. It was really replaced by the what? It was tender years doctrine. See, they moved y'all away from that shit. They moved men away from that shit. And they put this bullshit in there. And if you really want to get deep, interest, that's a financial term in the interest of banking. That's why you got the credit report and all that shit, because they don't give a fuck. We already know that. It's a child trafficking ring. Right? Regarding the child's needs, some states consider the child age as one factor in the best. Let me stop sharing. Let me go to page 2. Putting in this work, man. You know why a lot of people can't tell me shit about child support? Not a motherfucking thing. Because they out here playing right now, partying. They don't give a damn about this shit till it happen to them. That's why they supposed to stay tuned and lined up. Right? Woodham versus Woodham. Mississippi Circuit Court. The American Law Institute Principles of Law and Family Dissolution prohibit the court from considering gender of either the parent or the child determining custody arrangement. Should the child's gender be relevant in the custody decision making? That is, should courts award custody of girls to the mother and the boys to the father? Most courts award custody irrespectively of the child's gender. But Copeland versus Copeland, affirming rumor that gender was a factor favoring the father's custody of son. Reading this case law over here, man. Got case law in this book too, fella. Why ain't the child support paperwork got case law in it? Because they want people dumb and stupid, right? They want people dumb and stupid. Some evidence suggests, however, that the children who are awarded to the parents of the same sex are better adjusted and have higher self-esteem. Well, look at that, fella. You see that? See, Robert Emery marriage, divorce, and children's adjustment. Just a little snippet, fellas. Giving y'all some snippets of some shit. This is good, man. This is good. They said, what does child support know about laws anyway? Exactly. They don't know shit about laws. They don't know shit about laws. PE1. Look at this one. Dividing the child, social and legal dilemmas of custody. These are books, man, people can get, man. People do not want to read, man. That's just so sad. Hey, man, can you help me do this and help me do that? Everything on the motherfucking screen, my boy. Right? We drop literature on this motherfucking channel, nigga. We don't talk about what somebody said. Oh, they might be passing this. Oh, Trump said this. Oh, this such and such said that. No, we go into what's on this motherfucking face. Research. Real talk. And truth be told, a lot of these niggas out here can't read. And they get mad at me. Oh, you just putting us down. Well, I said, no, you put yourself down. You put your motherfucking self down when you let somebody stick their finger to the booty hole. You put yourself down when you don't fucking pick up a book and read to help and better your motherfucking self. I didn't put no nigga on child support. I ain't fuck no baby mama and take your child support, take niggas child support money. I'm here the motherfucking messenger. That's what the fuck I'm here for. Fellas, this is the time to get freedom if you ain't got no other time. You got people marching in the street today, hating a man that they ain't never met before, right? It's all type of chaos going on. You got racial shit going on, but ain't nobody really discussing the child support shit. Every nigga that's on child support, you can get off child support right now and beat it if you make up your motherfucking mind today, tonight, or tomorrow. That enough is enough. You had enough. And if you need a push, you need our help, fuck with us. If not, read the videos, go to the law library, study. You know what I mean? Read this shit. Yes, sir. This shit is not hard, fellas. This is not criminal law. This is bitch begging, broke hoe law. This is keeping the kids trying to make money off the children. Prostitution law. Children prostitution law. Like this dude told this other dude before he met this bitch. What did you give? What can you give me different, bitch, than what you gave the dude before me that had you before me? What did you give him? What can you give me different than what you already gave him? Niggas do not need to pay for pussy. You only time you need to pay for pussy if you can't get pussy. If a woman ain't walking up to you and say, "When are we fucking?" Right? You got a little leprechaun telling people that you cannot beat child support because his faggot ass got ran out the state and he paid the bitch divorce, right? He paid the bitch money, probably still paying the bitch, but gonna get mad at a millionaire paying the bitch $1 million. Make that shit make sense, fellas. We got old niggas out here trying to be young little, trying to hang out with the crowd, trying to be a little teenager. Nigga, stay in your place, you little leprechaun ass nigga. I will never get out of place with young people younger than me. Talking about got the bleaky and playing ASAP Ferg and all of them. Man, you too old, nigga. You supposed to be listening to jazz. Sipping on some scotch. Or some fine wine, nigga. Fuck, I look like hanging around with little youngsters. The fuck? See, that's the problem. You got these old head niggas still fucking children. How you old and you paying child support? Fuck out of here, nigga. Fellas, I'm gonna roast the passport bros tomorrow again. We're gonna have a Sunday roasting. Buying pussy. Telling niggas to boss up time and going to go buy some pussy. Man, if that ain't the lamest shit I ever heard, you ain't got time to be buying no pussy now with all these diseases running around here. Bitches don't even douche or bathe. They don't even wipe their ass right, let alone they pussy right, wipe the piss off the pussy. I bet not catch nobody that fucking around with shams talking about they want to go buy them some pussy. Nasty ass hoes out here. Well, shit, fellas, I'm glad y'all had joined in 45 minutes. I ain't finna talk to no hour. I had to just show y'all a little ski taste of some shit. And then we're going to talk about the Guardian of Lightum again with the real definition of that crazy shit. Y'all have a rest of the good night. Peace.